A new global alliance is challenging the century-old reign of the US dollar. Is the dollar's dominance nearing its end? Welcome to Geo and Tech, where we decode global economic shifts. If you find value in our content till end, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated. For decades, the US dollar has reigned supreme as the world's leading reserve currency. It has dominated global trade and finance. But is this dominance coming to an end? A powerful new bloc of nations is challenging the existing order. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are making bold moves towards de-dollarization. These countries are seeking to decrease their reliance on the US dollar. They are promoting the use of their own currencies in international transactions. This shift has the potential to reshape the global economic landscape. It raises questions about the future of the dollar and the stability of the international monetary system. The rise of BRICS and their push for de-dollarization is a significant development. It signals a potential power shift in the global economy. The outcome of this struggle will have far-reaching consequences. It will impact businesses, investors, and consumers worldwide. The BRICS nations represent a formidable economic force. Together, they account for a significant portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output. China, with its massive manufacturing capacity and growing technological prowess, leads the pack. India, with its young population and booming service sector, is not far behind. Brazil and Russia, rich in natural resources, provide essential commodities to the global market. South Africa, the newest member, brings its strategic location and developed financial sector to the table. The combined economic weight of these nations is undeniable. They are increasingly assertive in their pursuit of a greater role in global affairs. The BRICS countries have established their own development bank. They have also created a contingent reserve arrangement. These institutions provide an alternative to the Western-dominated World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The BRICS nations are united in their desire to reduce their dependence on the US dollar. They view the dollar's dominance as giving the United States an unfair advantage in international trade and finance. De-dollarization efforts have gained momentum in recent years. BRICS countries are increasingly conducting bilateral trade in their own currencies. They are also exploring the creation of a common currency for trade within the bloc. China has been particularly active in promoting the use of the yuan as an alternative to the dollar. It has signed currency swap agreements with several countries. This move away from the dollar is partly driven by geopolitical considerations. Russia, in particular, has sought to reduce its exposure to potential US sanctions. The use of local currencies in trade can help insulate countries from fluctuations in the dollar. The BRICS push for de-dollarization could have significant implications for global trade. If successful, it could lead to a more fragmented international monetary system. This could make it more difficult and expensive for businesses to conduct cross-border transactions. However, it could also create new opportunities for emerging market currencies. A decline in the dollar's dominance could also diminish the United States' ability to finance its large current account deficit at low cost. This could lead to higher interest rates and slower economic growth in the US. On the other hand, it could also force the United States to adopt more responsible fiscal policies. While the BRICS nations are united in their desire to challenge the dollar's dominance, they are still a long way from establishing a viable alternative. A new reserve currency would need to meet several criteria. It would need to be stable, convertible, and widely accepted in international transactions. None of the BRICS currencies currently meet all of these requirements. The Chinese yuan is the most likely contender. However, China's capital controls and lack of transparency in its financial system remain major obstacles. Some experts believe that a basket of currencies rather than a single currency is a more realistic alternative to the dollar. Section 6. Internal divisions and challenges within BRICS. While the BRICS nations share some common interests, they also face internal divisions and challenges. They have different economic structures, political systems, and foreign policy goals. These differences can make it difficult for them to speak with one voice on the global stage. For example, China and India, the two largest members of BRICS, have a long-standing border dispute and are strategic rivals in Asia. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has also created tensions within the group. Brazil and South Africa have been reluctant to condemn Russia's actions. Despite these challenges, the BRICS nations have managed to maintain a degree of unity. They continue to cooperate on a range of issues including economic development, trade, and security. Section 7. The West's response to BRICS. The rise of BRICS and their push for de-dollarization has not gone unnoticed in the West. Some Western policymakers have dismissed BRICS as a talking shop. Others see it as a serious challenge to the existing global order that needs to be addressed. The United States and its allies have taken steps to counter the influence of BRICS. They have imposed sanctions on Russia. They have also sought to strengthen alliances with countries in the Indo-Pacific region. However, the West's response to BRICS has been complicated by the fact that many countries in the developing world see BRICS as a welcome alternative to the Western-dominated system. These countries are attracted to BRICS' message of multipolarity and its focus on development. Section 8. A multipolar world takes shape. The rise of BRICS is part of a broader trend towards a more multipolar world. The global balance of power is shifting away from the West. Emerging economies are playing an increasingly important role in global affairs. This shift is being driven by a number of factors. These include the rapid economic growth of emerging economies, the decline of U.S. hegemony, and the rise of new technologies. A multipolar world is likely to be more complex and unpredictable than the bipolar world of the Cold War or the unipolar world that followed. It will be characterized by greater competition and cooperation among a wider range of actors. Section 9. The future of global finance. The future of global finance is uncertain. However, it is clear that the dollar's dominance is being challenged. The BRICS nations are playing a leading role in this challenge. Whether they will be successful in creating a viable alternative to the dollar remains to be seen. The outcome of this struggle will have profound implications for the global economy. It will also affect the balance of power in the world. The world is watching closely as this new chapter in global finance unfolds. What are your thoughts on BRICS' challenge to the dollar? Share your insights in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay informed on global economic developments. Your support helps us bring more in-depth analyses to you.